JDev is back at it here to give everyone another Breaking Bad Season 2 episode reaction video. But before I continue with that, it's extremely important if you're not caught up to the point where I am in rewatching or watching Breaking Bad that you do take the initiative and pay attention to the episode title, which of course I'll put in the description for you. If that's the case and you find out that you're not caught up, I would suggest, and I'm sure everyone else would as well, that you don't watch this video any further, just to avoid any potential spoilers. This is going to be Breaking Bad Season 2 episode number 5. The title of this episode is called Breakage. This will be my reaction review recap of the episode. Walt finishes his first round of chemotherapy and is told he will learn the results in approximately 2 months' time, around which is when his baby is due. However, Walt begins to feel overwhelmed by the growing medical bills, and the money he made from Tuco is actually running out. While he is vomiting in the toilet, he actually finds something clogging it, and it's a packet of cigarettes that we saw Skyler was smoking. Jesse returns to Clovis to make good on his word. He pays for the towing and repair of Clovis's gate. He also actually works out a deal to pay or to store his RV in Clovis's lot, and actually buys a car from him. And then next he rents an apartment from Jane Margolis, played by Kristen Ritter, who manages the property and lives next door. Although he likes the space, he has no credit history and only can pay in cash. She initially refuses to rent to him, but eventually agrees after raising the price for cash only. Hank is promoted to a high-ranking Albuquerque liaison for the DEA and will have to split his time between the city and El Paso, Texas. He goes out to celebrate with his friends, but actually has a panic attack on the elevator ride down, but plays it off after he gets on the floor like nothing happened. And then the next day, he actually takes off from work to bottle some of the beer he has brewed at his home, the Schrader Brau, as he calls it. And Marie is confused at this behavior, but he assures her everything is all right. After she leaves, a bottle breaks during capping, cutting his hand in the process. Now, meanwhile, Walt and Jesse meet again to discuss how to distribute their meth. Jesse does not want to work on his own now that the DEA has found him and suggests building a network of dealers so that they can both be distributors and producers of the product. Now, Walt is initially reluctant, as he is about everything, but Jesse threatens to walk if they don't follow his plan. Later, Jesse invites his friends, Combo, Skinny Pete, and Badger, to his apartment, and they discuss him using them as dealers. And then there's a cookout at Hank's celebrating his promotion. And then Skyler actually demands that Marie apologize for giving Skyler the stolen tiara, or it will be irreversible drive a wedge in between them. And then eventually, finally, Marie does tearfully apologize to Skyler. Jesse's dealers are doing well selling their meth until Skinny Pete is actually robbed by one of his customers. When Jesse gives Walt his share, which is $15,000, minus the stolen money, which is only $1,000, he explains that it is breakage, the title of the episode, revenue lost from damage, lost, or stolen goods that must be expected at the cost of doing business. Walt, however, worries that that will happen again when word gets out that they can be robbed with just randomly. So he later shows up at Jesse's apartment and tells him, I remember I asked you what I wanted you to do about it. He gives him a gun and tells him to take care of the problem at that point in time. He also confronts Skyler over her smoking, but she refuses to apologize for keeping secrets when he has been doing the same thing. And then that night, Hank is awoken by what he thinks are gunshots and goes through the house with his pistol drawn. It turns out to be the caps popping off the beer bottles due to the pressure. And then the next day, he drives down to the Rio Grande and throws his trophy of Tuco's grill in the water, and that's how the episode ends. So interesting developments. We're finally getting away from that initial storyline of Walt, Jesse, Tuco, and we're going into another plot here. We met Jane, who will obviously play a more important role. If you don't know already, you shouldn't have watched this video. Hank is having some sort of PTSD, and that's only going to get worse. And then Skyler is becoming the evil bitch that we know she is. So that's all I have to say about it. I like the fact that Jesse took control, got his guys on the thing, and they're doing quite well considering the circumstances. So as far as the score of the episode, I'm going to give it an 8.4 out of 10 because it was a little slow at parts, but that's to be expected. My character of the episode, I was initially going to give it to Hank, but I got to give it to Jesse because he did a really good job in this episode, and he really showed his worth to Walt, because Walt can't get some of the stuff he wants done if Jesse doesn't take control of stuff. So you've heard what I have to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of Breaking Bad and you like this TV series and think it's one of the best TV series of all time, you better smash that like button. If you know anybody that would be interested in this, go ahead and share the video to them. Don't forget to leave me a comment about your thoughts on the episode, or realistically anything Breaking Bad or El Camino related. Better Call Saul, like I said in the last video, I have not watched yet. Well, I watched like a couple episodes of the first season. That's where I'm at on that. I'm not sure if I'm going to watch Better Call Saul or not. It just depends. And then, of course, last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and please be a part of something special, and JDev will return.